She's funny, she's weird, she might be out of here. It's Chanel, it's Chanel. She's awkward, she's great, you better celebrate. It's Chanel, it's Chanel, ain't it swell? Whee! It's a rant, guys. The first video, yes, this is my first rant, and it's gonna be my hair rant. So if you guys, buckle up, get some tea or something like a snack, or sit down, because this is gonna be a heavy subject that oh my gosh, the door just the wind. Oh, excuse me. I personally feel affects me, but I've noticed that the people around me, for again to that reasons. I'm just gonna say it right here, what I've been wanting to say. Don't touch my hair, because it's the feeling but just don't. I feel like maybe when they say, "Oh my gosh, your hair is so cute," instead of asking, they're just saying that like, this is the invitation. I'm just gonna let you right now. Like, let me just like get in on it right here. And I'm just like, please don't. Because, being the passive person I am, I don't have the heart to tell you that if you don't get your fingers on in the next 5 minutes, we're gonna have a serious problem. Not 5 minutes, like 5 seconds. So, let me just explain to all those people out there, for some reason, like, I don't understand. When I try to go to a black woman and try to touch her hair, or a black man when they have their hair, I feel like I'm complimenting them. Why are they just getting mad? Like, they should be grateful that I'm, like, complimenting them, for their hair. And let me tell you why. For us who don't like it. There's a history behind our hair that is very dark, that people don't really like to acknowledge. When I say people, I mean people outside of the community just don't want to like think about it, because we think we're just making up excuses on why we feel this certain way. We just want to go back in time and just, just like, oh, you just bringing up bad stuff. Listen, no, but the thing is, you don't understand how it correlates with the future. We were told that our hair wasn't kept, it was nappy, it was untamed, so we had to put it into cornrows. Then we put it into cornrows, then it wasn't good, so we had to strain it to simulate to this is what we believe is beautiful European, the white look, straight hair, lighter skin. I'll go into that to another video. It's viewed as beautiful, so you must assimilate to that if you want to survive and be taken seriously. And then you see more in the 60s and 70s, our hair, when it was natural, was viewed as a revolution. We're rebelling against it. We're starting to get into, like, it doesn't have to be a rebellious, it's just us, because this is us naturally. This is who we are. So, a lot of people saw it as a way to get to the better nourishment, because there's a lot of people that people don't really realize, who are now adults, who are just trying to figure out their hair texture, how to maintain their hair, how to work it, how to, like, you gotta wear it, like, it's a whole process that people don't take into consideration. Like, I don't put silk, satin stuff, silk pillowcases on there because I'm bougie. I put it because my hair cannot retain moisture like other people's hair, so we have to make sure I keep it, because if I just wore it, like I just like went to bed and I just like took my ponytail out and just slept, it's gonna be dry. So we put this here because it helps retain the moisture. I wear stocking caps and satin bonnets, and some people wear do-rags and that stuff to retain the moisture. We're not doing this because we think we're trying to be, oh, look at this is like the hip-hop thing. This is a thing that's been around since we've been around. Like, this is how we maintain our hair. I wash my hair not as much as other people, not because I'm trying to be dirty. Like, I don't wash myself. I don't like when people say, like, oh my gosh, why people don't wash themselves, and they're just trying to make excuses, like they're trying to justify their actions by saying, like, oh, it's gotta be a race thing. No, it's because my hair, again, does not retain moisture, so washing it as frequently as other people do with their hair type is gonna dry it out. So I have to wash it less, and then when I do wash it, pour more products on it, because it needs the moisture inside there. So that's why you see people with globs. It's not like, oh my gosh, that's so much, you're gonna get your hair all messed up. That's how our hair works. You take a little bit, my hair is gonna dry out because it needs that, like the products for moisture. So people don't take in consideration the whole process. It's not like, oh, the cute little afro. It takes me, like, if I need to wash them here, I'm not doing anything for the rest of the day. I have to, well, if I'm showering, wash myself, wash my hair, rinse it out, wash it again, and then I have to make sure I comb it in between those times so it doesn't get all matted. Then put conditioner on there, and then sit there for like 2 to 3 minutes, then wash it out, then put in leave-in conditioner, which is different than regular conditioner because this conditioner is meant for you to put it on for, you know, you don't take it out, you just leave it in there. Then I have to watch what products I put in there because it could lead up to build up, could make it dry with certain liquids. You know, it's a whole process that people just really don't want to take into consideration. You just think we're making up excuses because we're black and we gotta make excuses because, you know, we're just being lazy or we're just trying to, like, no, it's a whole process into, like, this experience of. Another thing, you're like, people getting upset about, oh, cornrows, or why can't I wear, like, my hair like that. It's not that I'm saying you're not allowed to, but you have to understand there's a history of, not just like, oh, I'm just making this up. From the beginning, we've been told that our hair is not good, and our hair is gross, and our skin is ugly and dirty, and we represent just overall negativity. Yet, when someone else, specifically someone of Caucasian descent decides to do the same thing, then they're always a fashion statement. They're being edgy. But I can wear cornrows and I'm ghetto. But like, I'm talking about another view, how like cultural appropriation is such a hard thing to actually like identify, because there's so many instances like, oh, is that okay? Because when you get into the whole thing of like your favorites, it's okay for them to do it, and then I don't like this person, so I'm just gonna DM them. But anyway, I'm getting off track. But back to hair. The reason why I personally, and maybe other people feel this way, I've seen a lot of videos. They're like, because it's like, okay, the way people touch my hair is like you touch a dog. You pet it, right? You're petting my hair. You're dehumanizing me, whether you like to acknowledge it or you realize it. And it's because there's been a history of our people being seen as toys, as animals that you can touch and poke around and be, you know, like, ooh, what are they doing? But not actually want to, you know, see us as human beings. And the fact that people think that it's just something that you did in the 1800s or 1700s or maybe like the 60s, like the 60s weren't 5 minutes ago. You're still treating us like dogs. People don't realize that it wasn't just yesterday that people were taken from Africa and put into like zoos, human zoos, that we were poked at and touched at. Oh my gosh. And the fact that like people don't like think about like that's the history. It's not like I'm trying to hold on to the past and be like, you have to think about, it's something that has been here since the beginning of time and something that has not gone away. Why would you think that we're not going to get upset about certain things when it's so ingrained in us? Because it's not something like, oh, we've been like told our whole lives that we're going to be treated this way, so we're going to believe it. No, we've been treated this way since birth. Every single day is an example that someone doesn't like us because of the color of our skin, because we talk a certain way, because we have our hair a certain way, because we dress a certain way, because our body shape is a certain way. And so it's just like, people don't really think about, not saying, like, just people in general don't really take in consideration how much hair is important into the black culture. How long it took us to see ourselves as beautiful when we were told time and time again that if you don't look like us, then you're ugly, you're unkept, and we're gonna like constantly shove in your face at school, at work, on TV, in music, everywhere we go. You can't say that it's not a thing when it's literally ingrained into everything. And the only reason why you're saying it's not a thing because it hasn't happened to you. You never had someone just come up and touch your hair and put your hands inside your hair, or someone call your hair nappy, or someone to put, you know, like, you never had someone say that they would, you know, they like your application, but they just didn't like your hair. Maybe you flat ironed it or got a wig. They would see you more as professional, as if my hair is less professional than someone with a weave or straight hair. You don't know what it feels like to be at school and to have someone tell you that you need to do something with that because it's unkept and you're distracting to someone, as if they can't just, you know, to just do school like someone else with straight hair. You can't tell me all these things because you never had that happen to you. And the fact that you're basically saying, I don't see a problem with that because I never had that happen to me. It's the point. I'm not saying you have to, you know, one day just become a black person and, you know, wear your afro and that stuff, and then, but, you know, you're never gonna know what that is, but at least try to at least comprehend, understand what it feels like, that every day is a struggle. And hair is one of the things that we struggle with because, again, time and time again, we're told that parts of us are good. We kind of have nice skin because we see you with the tans that look just like us. We kind of have nice hair because you like to rock the cornrows. We have nice fashion because you see you with the hoop earrings and that stuff, or the nails, or like wearing certain fashion, or if you like the way you talk. But if you put us all into like that was one person, that wouldn't be okay. If you like fragments of us and you like it to be like something, and that's just, I'm not saying you can't talk a certain way, you can't swing. I'm not trying to be like that, but I am trying to say that people don't take into consideration that there is subtle things that you do that could offend someone, and subtle things like touching someone's hair without their permission. And even if they say no and you say, I'm going to do it anyway, it's not okay. People are setting boundaries and you have to go with them. Just like if you said you don't want to talk about something and I talked about it anyway, how would that make you feel? Try to put yourself in the perspective of someone who's saying, I don't want you to do this, and you do it anyway. You're disrespecting them and you're really making them question the relationship, or just like that. Why am I here with you if I'm telling you this one little thing, and if I told you this one little thing, you can't even fathom like not doing that, then how can I expect you to be with me through all the hard stuff? So I don't know. Just me personally, I don't like when anyone touches my hair except for my mom. I don't know why. Like, probably because she took care. If you're not my hairdresser, if you're not my mother, if you're not the Lord Jesus and Holy Spirit wrapped into one, and you're not me, that I don't see a reason why your hands should be in my hair. Like, what? You think it's fluffy, so now you gotta prove that it looks nice by putting your hands there without my permission. You know how rude that is? That is rude, disgusting, unnerving. Like, just think about it. If someone came up to you and just started brushing your hair, some people don't get offended by that. But just because you don't get offended by that doesn't mean other people's reasons why they don't get offended, they do get offended by that, are not justifiable. You can say, just because, cause I'm not going to say like, oh, all black people shouldn't have their hair touched, and if they think that, then they're not real one. No, if you don't mind it, then don't mind it. But don't say, because you don't like it, then the rest of us shouldn't like it, because we're just being all, so... Oh, I got heated. The reason for this is not for me to say I hate people who aren't black, because they don't understand what we go through on a day-to-day basis, whether it be people touching our hair to being followed around inside a grocery store because they think they were going to steal something. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you're outside of a certain perspective, you don't have to fully immerse yourself to understand what it's like to look through that. At least try. Whether it's watching some videos of people from that perspective, or talking to people that you know, or at least just imagine. If you don't even have access, just imagine what it feels like. And I mean, if you can't, then I mean, I can't really make you, but it just would be, I feel like that would help the world a lot. You don't have to agree with what I say, you don't have to believe it, but at least accept that there is some truth to some of it. Whether you pick and piece whatever, accept that I'm different from you, therefore I see the world differently from you, therefore, and then I get treated differently than you because I'm different from you, regardless if you're black, white, Asian, Latino, mixed, whatever you're mixed with, if you're passing for another race, if you're, if you're gay, straight, lesbian, asexual, pansexual, bisexual, if you're Christian, Jewish, Muslim, if you're Buddhist, atheist, if you're Catholic, whatever, we're all going to go through different stuff and see the world differently, so we need to take in consideration that, and at least try to understand why we do what we do and why we believe what we believe. You don't have to convert to anyone's religion, or you don't have to feel like you have to change your sexuality, or feel like you have to now identify of another race, or you have to be of a different gender or anything to see what someone goes through. And I think that's what a lot of people think, that if you are able to see someone's perspective, then you must be it. Like, oh, or you want to be it. Oh, you see why people are supporting the Black Lives Matter thing. You must want to be with a black woman. Oh, you support gay rights, you must be gay. Or you see why people believe in Allah, so you must be Muslim. Like, people jump to these conclusions that you must be of something to believe in, or believe even partially of that. So I just my message is, try to be more understanding. You don't have to agree with someone, but at least try to comprehend why they do like it. If you want to share it, You don't have to if you're really nice if you didn't. And if you want to subscribe, I can't promise consistency because I'm still trying to figure out like YouTube, and school is coming to an end for me, but I still don't want to like get a schedule, and then when college comes and that stuff, and I'm like, I can't abide by that, and then people are like, I mean, I get the people are like devout fans and they're not gonna care, but still people like consistent. I like consistency anyway. I love all you guys. Thank you for supporting me, all those, my 12 subscribers. And I hope to see you guys later. Bye.